it's Ann Brennan with Ann's Running Commentary. I'm coming to you today to talk to you a little bit about worry and how worry can be a roadblock to our progress and our forward motion. I'm an expert on this because I am the world's biggest worrier. I worry constantly, and I have let worry, honest to God, worry has stopped me from my last 5 marathons. I did my last marathon in 2009. It was the Baltimore Marathon, not my favorite marathon. And I don't want that to be my last one. The truth is I want to do dozens more because I love that distance. But what has happened in the past is I've gotten a niggle, I've gotten an injury in the middle of my training, and I have let the worry about that injury stop me from moving forward. That doesn't mean I didn't want to push through the pain. Of course you shouldn't push through the pain. What it means is that sometimes not running doesn't mean your forward motion stops. And I allowed myself to believe and worry enough about it that not running meant I had to stop the whole training process. So this year, I start training July 1st. It is June 14th. I have a problem with my right knee. It is really bothering me. It's bothering me to the extent that I've had to stop running. I've not run over 2 weeks, and in the process, I've noticed that it's not getting better, and there's now a clicking in there. So I'm worried. It's what I do. I'm worried. I'm worried about this knee, but I'm not going to let it stop me. I know that last year when I hurt my knee before Ironman, I had to take several weeks off, and I was really, really worried about that. I also know that I did well in that race because during that time I had to rest my knee. I was able to work on forward motion. I was able to work on swimming and biking. Now I don't have swimming and biking. The marathon is the marathon. It's running. That's what it is. But I can still work on forward motion. I can still work on my nutrition. I need to lose weight. So I'm continuing to work on losing weight. I need to work on my core strength and my actual strength overall. I'm a lot flabbier than I'd like to be going into this race. Your body needs to be a lot more fit than we think it needs to be going into the marathon. Yes, you can get around the course, but if you want to qualify for Boston or you want to get a PR, you have to go into it pretty darn fit. So I'm going to take this opportunity to lift more and to do yoga and to Pilates and other strengthening and stretching types of exercises to make sure that I go into it as strong as I can be. So I can't run, but that's all right. I'm moving forward. That's a good thing for me. That's a big deal. My coach will tell you that. Coach Jeff over at PRS Fit. Chris Russell over at Run Run Live, he went through this with me last year because I was working on his show at the time, and I was complaining, oh my God, what am I going to do? I'm not going to be able to do the Ironman. And he says, shh, stop. And he got me through it. They got me through it. And this year, my husband has been a perfect example of how you can continue to move forward even when you're injured if you do it smart, if you're really smart about it. My husband injured, oh gosh, he had a foot injury of some sort. I can't remember right this second, but he had a foot injury and he couldn't run for 5 weeks. He ended up aqua jogging and doing the elliptical for 5 weeks, and he kept saying to me, I'm still doing Boston, I'm still doing Boston. And I thought, have you lost your mind? You're trying to PR there, and which was I think his race before that was 3:13. You're trying to PR. How are you going to do this with 5 weeks off? But he says, I got it. I'm good. I'm moving forward. I've got this. And he went to Boston and he ran a 3:06. If he can do that with 5 weeks off, and that was in the middle of his training, then I can take this time now before my training starts on July 1st, stop the worrying, continue to move forward, and get through this. All right, guys, I'd really like to hear from worriers and non-worriers. What do you do when you get injured, when something seems to be stopping your forward progress and towards a goal, especially a big goal? How do you make that stop? I know I've said this before. The biggest way for me is to take it one step at a time. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So that's how I'm approaching this again. One bite at a time, one step at a time. Nutrition, strength, mental. I'm working on the mental aspect of it as well. All of those things are what's pushing me forward. What pushes you forward? All right, guys, please don't forget to like this video. It helps me so much when you do. If you subscribe, that helps me as well. I'm only doing about 1 video a week now, so you're not going to get bombarded with these videos. And hopefully they're helpful. Hopefully when you listen to them, you find something in them that's good for you. All right, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Take care. Bye-bye.